A Filipino professional basketball player just debuted the Adidas Adizero Select 3.0. His name is Kevin Quiambao and he plays for the Goyang Sono Skygunners in the Korean Basketball League. Kevin wore a pink colorway of the shoe last January 12th. It was actually his debut game in Korea, and it's the first time I've seen the latest Adizero basketball shoe in action. But his league debut and the shoe's debut were both spoiled by an injury. Kevin took a three-point shot, but unfortunately he collided midair with his defender, causing him to lose balance. His right foot initially landed on his opponent's foot, causing him to eventually roll his ankle as he landed on the floor. Was it because of the shoe? I don't think it's the shoe. He could have worn any other basketball shoe and he would still have rolled his ankle anyway. That's because he was already off balance midair to begin with. Landing on someone else's foot practically sealed that injury. But I'll let you decide. Watch. Again, I don't think that the shoe is the main culprit. Let me know what you think because the common belief is that low tops are prone to ankle rolls. It's interesting that the Adidas Adizero Select 3.0 did not make its debut in an NBA game. If you remember, Jalen Green debuted the second version last January 17, 2024 against the Knicks. Adidas even had social media posts to hype up the shoe that day. And that was in Madison Square Garden where all types of media are ready with their cameras. You could say that Adidas had the shoe's debut planned to a T, but this time it's different. You see, this time around, the Adizero Select 3 debuted in an Asian basketball league. It was also the debut game of Kevin Quiambao, a young and popular Filipino basketball player now playing in South Korea. It's an entirely different scenario compared to when Jalen Green debuted the Adizero Select 2. It's different mainly because the NBA has a bigger audience than any other basketball league in Asia, and of course, NBA players are more popular. It's practically the best place to debut a new basketball shoe because the whole world is watching. But if there's one thing that's shared between Kevin Quiambao and Jalen Green, which has absolutely nothing to do with the shoe, it's this. Both have Filipino blood in their veins. But that's another story. I've talked about the tech specs of the shoe in more detail in a previous video I posted back in December 22, 2024. I'll leave the link in the description box in case you're interested. But overall, the upper uses mono mesh, the midsole uses light strike foam, the outsole has full-length herringbone traction pattern, the cut looks really low, and I expect the shoe to feel really light on feet. Bad publicity is still publicity, but it's bad nonetheless. Some people will quickly assume that the injury is linked with the new Adizero Select 3. It's a low-top shoe with lightweight materials, attributes that some people believe are perfect ingredients for a shoe to lack support. Either way, the shoe's debut is off to a bad start. Had it happened in the NBA, the bad publicity would have been easily blown out of proportion. Sneaker blogs would have had their field day, and you'll hardly hear the end of it. So, in a way, debuting the shoe in a lesser known league has some upside if you think about it. Still, it defeats the purpose of reaching a wider audience. Or maybe that's not what Adidas is after. Let me know what you think.